welcome to Weekly Tasks episode 4. This week I'm going to be taking you through my routine for the day. Now this has been different over the past few weeks, so this week I decided to stick to a set routine and see what it's like. So I'm going to take you through it and see what you think. If you do like the routine and you think there's anything I can tweak or change or do anything different, make sure to comment down below. So the first thing I do in my day is I wake up, which is what everyone else does, but I wake up between 8 and 9 in the morning. This is because I find myself to be a lot more productive in the evening, so it makes sense to go to bed late and, wake up late. The second thing that I will do is I will go to the bathroom and I will splash my face with cold water. This wakes me up and makes me realise that, I'm awake. I don't go back to bed, and it means that I am fully ready to deal with any problems that come my way. I also brush my teeth, clean myself up, and get ready for the day. Then, once I've finished in there, I'm dressed and I'm ready, I have a hot drink, which I make with my really cool red Tassimo coffee maker. Now, I've done a really cool B-roll for this, so I'll let you appreciate that right now. I introduce to you the Tassimo Drinks Maker. After making a hot drink for myself, I'll go downstairs and I will say hello to my cats, who I'll show you right now. Once I've splashed myself with cold water and had a drink and then pet my cat, I will then spend an hour reading. Now, I don't spend an hour reading and taking notes like I've spoken about in the past, but instead I will sit down and I will read a blog or an online newspaper. This is usually the Financial Times, The Economist, and more recently I've been reading from Banking Underground, which is an excellent blog that goes into economic topics in a lot more detail than normal newspapers. Now that I've finished reading, I will then take my time and split it into 3 sections. So it's about 10 o'clock that I've finished reading, so for the next 3 hours I will segment into each hour a certain task. So for the first hour, I like to catch up on something that I'm learning. So for me, this is statistics, but for you, it might be learning guitar or learning a new language or something like that. So that takes me up to about 11 o'clock. After 11 o'clock, I like to catch up on emails and any notifications I've had from different people, whether it be school, university, anything of that sort. I'll answer it, and I'll also make new emails to people that I need to reach out to. The final hour out of the 3, I spend looking at stuff that I can do and planning out my afternoon and evening. So during this time, I'll look at what tasks need to be completed, what I need to do, whether I need to make a blog post or a YouTube video, and recap on all of the things that I'm trying to make progress with. So, once I've blocked those 3 hours out and I've finished them, I'll go and have lunch, and at about 1:30 I'll start my afternoon activities. So for the first 2 hours, usually between 1:30 and 3:30, I will spend that on one task. This is usually writing a blog post or making a YouTube video. Other times it might be writing an essay, but it depends on what I have to get done. This time I like to spend solely on one task because it's a set time where I can study. In previous videos I've said that I set a specific time to do a specific task. In the afternoon I like to spend 2 hours and dedicate those 2 hours to one task. I don't like taking breaks during those 2 hours because this kind of distracts me from what I'm trying to do, and also if I take a break I find it harder to get back into the flow of things. Some people prefer having a break every half hour or hour, and that's fine, that's great, whatever works for you. But for me, I like to take a break every 2 hours once I've finished the task completely. The following hour or hour and a half that takes me up to 5 o'clock, I'll usually spend exercising or spending my time outdoors. Now, if the weather's awful, then I will stay inside and read, and by this I mean read and take notes. But for the most part, as it's summer and the weather's nice, I will spend that hour and a half to an hour outside doing something that is fitness related. Now, between 5 and 7, I like to spend time with my family, have tea, and sort of chill out from the afternoon and just relax with family and friends. But after that, I like to segment my time again, which is where I will start my evening activities. Again, I'll spend the first 2 hours, so usually between 7 and 9, on a certain task. Again, this might be a blog post, YouTube video, whatever it is. It might be continuing on from what I'd done in the afternoon if the task wasn't completed within those 2 hours. But whatever it is, it will be focused, and I'll try to get rid of all distractions and focus solely on the task at hand, again with no breaks. At about 9 o'clock, I'll start reading, and again, this would be reading with note taking, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just me doing some random reading online, or it might be looking up YouTube videos that help me out with my writing. Whatever it is, it's something that's, again, not as intense, but it's something that still keeps me going and keeps me sort of productive. From about 9:30, 10 o'clock, I like to just relax. So whether this is watching TV, playing video games, whatever it is, it's just a wind down from the day. And then usually I'll go to bed between 12 and 1 in the morning. Now, bear in mind, the reason why I go to bed so late or keep working until 9, 10 o'clock is because I get up slightly later. This is just my personal preference. This is what I've been doing for the past week, and it's something that I've found to be beneficial because I work better in the evenings, and I find that I'm more focused in the evenings. For some people, this is difficult because everything that's happened in the day plays on their mind and they find it hard to focus, but for me, this is the perfect time. I think it comes from doing homework in the evening, so during school time when I was back at school, then I would spend the evenings doing homework, so my ability to work in the evening and my ability to stay productive in the evening probably stems from that. Now, it is important to stress that I don't follow this routine religiously by any means. I do try and moderate how much I work, and I don't stress if I miss, the time where I should be studying in the afternoon because I've been out with friends playing football. I don't worry about that. It's summer and it's normal to be out doing stuff. When it comes to the routine, I'm not bothered if I miss it. It really doesn't matter to me that much. I will make sure that each week I get certain tasks done, and it is important that I do spend at least some time every day doing something productive. That being said, I don't stress too much about it, and I don't follow it super religiously. I do make time for other things. And it's really important if you're making your own routine that you do the same. Because if you do stick to the ambition that you will follow it entirely every single day, you'll only be letting yourself down because there are so many other things that will interfere with your time. And this isn't a bad thing, this is fine. People need a break and people need to go out and do other things. I'm just saying that if you have a routine, it can be something that helps you structure your days, and if you don't have anything else to do, then it can help you find something productive to fill your time with. Anyway guys, that is it for my routine. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you liked all of the funny snippets at the beginning, or not funny, depends on what your humour's like. But I really enjoyed making this video, and as always, if you did enjoy it as well, please make sure to subscribe and like, and comment anything down below that you think you might want to see me do, whether it's a video idea, a blog idea, whatever it is, I'd love to hear from you. So that's it for this week. I hope you have an amazing week ahead of you, and as always, stay productive.